Hi there guys, I hope you have had a good day. Now, Kubrat Pulev has told Anthony Joshua it's on and may the better man win on December 12th. Kubrat Pulev went to his website to explain this fight is happening on December 12th, confirming that date and the fact that he will be coming over to London to fight Anthony Joshua. And this is a solid first defense for Anthony Joshua, considering this is his second reign as a heavyweight world champion, and his first defense will be Kubrat Pulev, which is a solid defense. I mean, Kubrat Pulev is definitely within the top 10 in the heavyweight division, so solid defense for Anthony Joshua's comeback. Obviously, he's coming back to the UK for the first time in what will be probably 2 years. I mean, the last time he fought in the UK was against Alexander Povetkin. That was September 2018. So Anthony Joshua is bringing those belts back to the UK after being in Madison Square Garden in 2019. And obviously then in December 7th, he was in Saudi Arabia. So Anthony Joshua has been away for a considerable amount of time from the UK. I mean, this year he's been inactive completely, such as many fighters. But now boxing is back. Anthony Joshua will defend his heavyweight world titles on December 12th. And Kubrat Pulev is bringing the heat. He believes he can beat Anthony Joshua. He said that previously, that he even believes that he's going to get the knockout against Anthony Joshua. But that's going to be a lot more difficult once he gets in the ring. Now, what Kubrat Pulev had to say was there is no way back, no postponement. May the better man win on December 12th. This fight is going ahead. So Kubrat Pulev obviously believes that this fight will not be postponed, which obviously that's great because we don't want it to be. So they've kind of made this fight with or without fans. So if there are fans there, then great. But if there's not, then the fight will go ahead anyway. Regardless of what happens, this fight goes ahead, which is great because obviously Anthony Joshua's career cannot stagnate as a result of all of this. No one's career can. So he must get back into the ring and start dealing with these mandatories, especially if he wants that Tyson Fury fight next year, which is rapidly approaching because Tyson Fury is now no longer fighting a Deontay Wilder, or at least that is what we are led to believe. He will now come back to the UK and also fight, and that will be a weekend before Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev. So those two have fights in close proximity to one another. Then their next fight might be against one another. We don't know at the moment. Obviously, that is dependent on Derek Chisora being beaten by Alexander Usyk, which is no given. Derek Chisora is really up for this fight. It's going to be extremely tough for Chisora, but I mean, you do have to favour Usyk in that fight, definitely, but ultimately, it is no certain. That is why it is interesting. That is why we want to watch it. We want to see how Usyk fares against someone like Derek Chisora, a big, strong, heavyweight. 18 stone, very strong, good power, good speed as well, considering his size. So ultimately that will be a good test in the heavyweight division for Usyk. If he wins, he gets AJ, provided AJ does actually fight him instead of Tyson Fury, because there is a lot of talk about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fighting between probably April and July next year, because obviously Bob Arum has explained that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua will fight in April, May next year. Eddie Hearn explained Anthony Joshua will fight Kubrat Pulev December 12th, then fight June or July 2021. So it's obviously between those 4 months. But that doesn't matter at the moment. What matters is Anthony Joshua's mandatories and how he deals with them. Is he going to beat Pulev and then move on to a Usyk fight? Or is there some way in which they are going to bypass Alexander Usyk and go straight for Tyson Fury? We don't know about that at the moment, but what is interesting is they never talk about Usyk. They never say, it's Pulev, Usyk, then Tyson Fury. It's always, it's Pulev, then Tyson Fury. So there must be some way they are going to try and get around that. Whether they have put that plan into motion yet, we don't know. Probably not, because obviously Usyk is still adamant that he will enforce his position as WBO mandatory to Anthony Joshua. But ultimately, that doesn't matter at the moment. What really matters is December 12th for AJ. He's in a tough fight against Kubrat Pulev, an extremely motivated Pulev who is coming to win. He's a top 10 heavyweight, and ultimately, he will bring the heat on December 12th. I mean, he's previously said he believes that this is an easy fight for him. He believes that Anthony Joshua is mentally weak. He believes he's chinny, so he's going to knock him out. He believes he's a better fighter than Andy Ruiz, and therefore Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua, so he can. But you have to look at the styles and the reasons why Andy Ruiz caused Anthony Joshua problems. Then look at the fact that, can Kubrat Pulev cause AJ problems? Well, Kubrat Pulev has an unconventional style. Obviously an amateurish, kind of paired with a pro style. He's very bouncy, paws with the jab. So he's going to be awkward for Anthony Joshua to work out. But I think that when Anthony Joshua hits him, I think he stays hit for the remainder of the contest, however long that may be. But ultimately, Kubrat Pulev will be bringing all he has to this fight. I think that Pulev realistically will try and make sure that he peaks in this fight, because his last world title opportunity was against Vladimir Klitschko, and that was some time ago. So this is his first and probably last chance for an extremely long time. If he doesn't get anywhere near those world titles, then he's going to have to wait probably 2, 3, maybe 4 years for another world title opportunity, just because, I mean, the heavyweight division is so thick with challengers at the moment. You have so many outside of the champions waiting for that opportunity. Then, undisputed next year, 2 fights where Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua will duke it out to see who is number 1, and also a full year where no mandatories are dealt with and no voluntary challenges are dealt with. So the heavyweight division is going to have a lot of mandatory challenges and challengers in general waiting for their opportunity in 2022. That is what will happen. The belts will be fragmented and there will no longer be an undisputed champion in 2022. That is why 2021 is the time to do it. And whether Kubrat Pulev can get himself back up within a governing body after this fight, if he were to lose to Anthony Joshua, is another thing entirely. But obviously, he's got the opportunity now, and he for sure is not going to let it just slip by, because he kind of did last time against Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, against Vladimir Klitschko, he was more durable than maybe can first be believed, because he wasn't standing there in the center with Klitschko and trading with him, which maybe he shouldn't have done. But then again, if he went on the back foot and gone back, Klitschko would have just followed him, closed him down, and landed punches, maybe knocked him out, or the ref would have stopped it. So Pulev was working to show the ref that he was able to stay in there with a Klitschko, but ultimately maybe there was a little bit of naivety and inexperience in that fight. Something he will have undoubtedly learnt from going into this fight with AJ. He's not as young as he once was, of course not, but he does have that experience, and he has one pro loss in his career, and that come against Klitschko, a prime Klitschko. So, I mean, Kubrat Pulev is a solid opponent. I know he's never faced anyone of the top level. I mean, he's faced Derek Chisora, which is a good win. Hughie Fury, a good win as well. But ultimately, he's never faced anyone in the top 5, I would say. Maybe not even the top 10. So, at the moment, Kubrat Pulev is a solid B+ level fighter. So I would say that Kubrat Pulev is a very good fighter and a solid opponent for Anthony Joshua, but someone we would not expect to beat Anthony Joshua. I mean, Joshua has already beaten much better fighters than Kubrat Pulev. No disrespect, but obviously Anthony Joshua's resume has the likes of Vladimir Klitschko, Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, Dillian White on his resume. He's beaten better fighters than Pulev. So, I mean, he should be able to beat Pulev. Obviously, styles make fights, but I just think that Anthony Joshua is better in every single aspect of boxing than at Kubrat Pulev, and that is what will show on the night. Guys, anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up, and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.